Hello again, YouTube. Truth Man here. So I got to do it in the dark just in case the young guns out here. I'm kind of way out. Black driving red way out, y'all. Black driving way out. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. So I ain't going to leave this light on because I don't want to give them no reason to bother me. I'm trying to get up out of here. You know, it's business. I don't want to give them nothing to do. I know everybody don't like us, you know what I mean? I done learned to live with it. Some of us think we should be talking like this and begging for Corvette. But anyway, the channel is the No Matrix, No Simp, and All Subjects channel. So, I gotta get on some of my haters, man. I gotta get on some of my haters. Two people in particular. One of them name is Mo Monroe. I don't know if that's a girl, a guy, a confused individual. I don't know what it is. And the other one was keeping it real. She said, I said a whole lot of nothing. I sound bitter. Okay. If I'm saying a whole lot of nothing, I have 2,300 some odd subs. I started out, it was a slow start. But y'all know why my subs are growing like this? It's not because of how I dress. It's not because of how wealthy I am or am not. It's not because of any of those superficial things. It's because there's a lot of people out there that know the truth when they're hearing it. And so they tune in. I get a lot of thanks. I get a lot of feedback. Make me an honest man. Keep it real. If you said I sound bitter, right? Okay. Are you the answer? Like, are you what men like me are looking for, or no? Because I can tell you right now, if you trying to lead a masculine man, a man with masculinity, a man with understanding in his mind, level-headed, you try to lead him, you ain't gonna have nothing but problems. A woman who tries to lead me, you ain't gonna have nothing but problems. Nothing but problems, because that's not your job. And I know that that's satanic for a woman to lead me. So how do I sound bitter because I know because of what I know? See, that's how people is. People throw out generalizations and they very disingenuous when they do so. Like the one guy, Mo Monroe, it guy, whatever you are, said incel in the wild. How interesting. I'm gonna tell y'all, that is one of the top dumbest talking point takes that I done heard all year. And here's why. You can't call somebody that you don't know an incel. How can you call somebody, okay, when have you ever sat in my car? When have we ever went out to eat? When have we ever interacted with women? When have you ever seen me interacting with women? When? That's how dumb you sound, goofy. How you gonna call me an incel and you don't know me from a squirt of piss in Lake Michigan? How? Now I'm using strong language. How can you call somebody an incel? Man, get with the program, man. Woman, question mark, whatever you are. Because you don't agree. That's one of the things that I cannot stand about a lot of people nowadays. If you don't agree with me, you don't agree. Okay, let's dialogue. You know the truth. What is it? Bring it. What's the truth? But what people do, and I believe it's because a lot of people aren't that intelligent. Because the intelligent people, they either say nothing because they don't agree with you and they don't want to argue with you, or they think they can't argue with you, they're going to lose, or they'll present their argument. But what people do now is hurl insults. That's not debating. That's not dialogue. That's like kids. That's elementary school stuff. Remember, that's why yo mama this. That's why you ain't got no new shoes. That's why my bike look better than yours. That's the equivalent of calling somebody that you don't know from yesterday's dookie an incel. It's just goofy, man. And for her to say, you sound bitter, that's a little better. Because she's saying, she's making an assumption. I sound bitter. I'm not bitter. If I was bitter, I wouldn't deal with women at all. I wouldn't have aspirations or desires to deal with women at all. That's what bitterness is. Or I would be trying to dog them out. If I don't like a woman, I'm not going to dog her out. I'm just not going to deal with her. Now, how is that bitter? You tell me that. How is it bitter telling guys, tell these women the truth? Don't play no game. How is that bitter? How is that bitter? Now, who you should be saying is bitter possibly is people who smash and dash. But even with them, you can't necessarily say that they bitter. That's just the action that they take. Pump and dump, smash and dash. You can't say that they bitter. That's just what they choose to do. So what I'm gonna do on this video is, like I said, I'm gonna get on them, these two. And then I'm gonna explain to them like I'm talking to a 5-year-old, because that's what it seems like. The woman, keep it real, she's not a bad looking woman. But like I told you in the comments, keeping it real, you just want to get over on somebody. Like a lot of these women that come on here arguing with me, telling me I sound better, wanting to talk about this, wanting to talk about that. You just want to get over, because marriage is a scam. Let's just call it what it is. If you ain't marrying a unicorn, a woman that's been trained in how to be a wife, a virgin, a woman that knows and puts to practice the principles of the scripture, submission, helping her man, following his lead, knowing that she's serving the Most High by serving him. If you ain't those things that I just mentioned, you a scammer, you a grifter. You grifting on some poor man. Grifting on them. See how they pulling people over. I'm gonna get up out of here before he try to whip around and try to come after me next for nothing. I don't have time to talk to them. If I'm not, this one thing about Wisconsin, y'all. You could be following all the traffic laws. They gonna find a reason. And then they be irritating people because they'll invent a reason, man. You know how annoying that is, but I be keeping my cool because I already know how it is. I already know how it is. We ain't wanted around here. But back to y'all. Listen, little ones. Listen to me. Listen to daddy, son. Can't call somebody an incel that you don't know, okay? Because when you do that, you're being childish. You're being superficial. You're being a person that's not even disagreeable. See, when you enter into manhood, son, you got to understand that part of manhood is knowing how to disagree without hurling insults that haven't been hurled at you, and without making assumptions or generalization. You understand, son? Okay, patting you on top of the head. Do better next time, son. Because you came on here with that dumb stuff. Son, mow my roll, patting you on top of the head. Do better next time, son, okay? Okay? That's not a take, son. Because you don't know me personally. We never went out to chase women. We never went out to Buffalo Wild Wings or Applebee's or Red Lobster. Or here in Milwaukee, we got Burrito Bueno, where a lot of the older people be at. They finna close, but they'll find a new spot. We ain't been to the mall. We ain't been no damn where, son. Excuse my language. So, next time, son, come better than that, okay? Don't make me pull up my belt. Because next time I'm going to come with the belt. And about you, Miss Keeping It Real, what you got to offer, baby? What you got to offer? What's going on with you? What's going on? You know, and watch this. A woman who brings up appearance, I already know you don't know nothing about men. Because if you're a woman and appearance matters, like it should matter a little bit. But what should mainly matter if you're a woman is how you're treated. That's something you wouldn't have to worry about with me, baby. But if you try to run me, if you try to insult me, if you have a double standard, if you try to flirt around with guys, emotional affair, physical affair, I'm done with you. Move around. Emotional affair, I'll give you one shot. But if you act up after that, I'm going to be done with you. What you got for me? I don't want to hear nothing about my freaking hair. Y'all already know this is a hairstyle. What happens when it's time to get done again? It usually looks its worst. Get out of here with that garbage, man. I don't want to hear nothing about no hair. And that's another thing, son. You brought up my appearance. Now, if you a guy, I question you. Have you ever had those relations? I mean, where you ain't counting holes properly. You know, you getting a little confused with your math. You getting a little confused with your math. Because based on what the scriptures say, those that you choose should have at least 3 or more places, entry points for you. And how old are you, man? You get on here judging a man's appearance, man, really? Y'all dudes is fruity. Y'all on fruity duty. Why don't you go find P. Diddy and T.D. Jakes instead of coming on here and bothering me? Matter of fact, is this you, P. Diddy? Is this you, T.D. Jakes? It's probably somebody that has a little less income. It's pretty certain of it. Because if you had more income, you wouldn't have time as a man. Are you a man to be talking about another man's appearance unless you are, maybe, just maybe, I mean, being that you choosing abominations, what you gonna say next? Bring him out that I may know him? This the United States. Sodom and Gomorrah is burned up. I think that's where some of y'all get confused. I ain't gonna get on that too much though, you know. I'm gonna stay on you. Now, the normal pattern based on the scripture. Hey, everybody do you. But I'm talking about what the scripture says. The women that you should be worried about how attractive or unattractive they are. Or did I say woman? Oh, I'm sorry, man. Women. Well, let's keep it kosher. Let's because there's people who choose to engage in activities that ain't did nothing to me, ain't said nothing to me. So I'm gonna let them stand before God on their own. But I got a question for you. If you are a man, why do you care about whether or not I'm an incel or how I look? I'm asking for a very good friend. Okay, if I look bad to you men, then you have to tell me who doesn't. And when you tell me who doesn't, me knowing my nature, this is why I don't look at men in these ways. Because the ones I find attractive, sometimes I think sexually. That's why I don't know which men are attractive. I don't think of that. I don't care about that. It don't cross my mind. But some of y'all, I gotta say this in a way that ain't gonna get screamed. This ain't RuPaul's show, man. On RuPaul's show, they judge those type men, you know. This ain't RuPaul's show. This is the Truth Man show. This is no Matrix show. You trying to make this RuPaul show. Look at his hair. Wow. It's so wow. How interesting. That's what you doing. You might as well say it like that. It's so in the wild. How interesting. What you gonna do? Start trying to moan like a woman next? I mean, you might as well. You are already out there. Don't do it on, I don't want to hear it. But whoever you dealing with, maybe that's what you do. Whatever tickles your fancy. Now, if you're a woman, Mo Monroe, I'm going to say to you something similar that I said to Keeping It Real. Make an honest man out of me, baby. If you're a woman, make an honest man out of me. Let's see. Let's see what you got. Show me something. Show me something. And you got to show me more than the booty. These women try to turn around. You know how many of those I see? I mean, it ain't gonna stop me from looking. But you know how many booties I see? All different shapes and sizes. That's the beauty in God's creation. All these women look different. I'm sure they smell different. Some of them got STDs, but I don't want no part of them. You know. But you got to show me a little more than that. Because, see, I done already had. I ain't saying I'll never get tired of it. Hey, man, it's the reason why guys like them to have all that junk in the trunk. Because a lot of time that make things a little better. But who keeping score? They could be flat if they know how to submit. They're a unicorn. They got pretty feet. They pretty. You can be flat as a board. And you still could be one of my concubines. If you got everything else together and you sexual too, so you can weigh 115 and still get possibly chose. So I like them thick. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all know I don't be lying. But I like them thin too. Height don't really matter. I done seen little short somethings. I done had short women. I done dated tall women. Big old Amazon. Big old women. The main thing I look at is how they act. Because I know that if they acting right, that's gonna make their sex better. I'm telling you. It's gonna make it better. And I'm gonna get mine. I'm gonna get it. When they acting right. A lot of time when a woman, and y'all probably don't know this. Some of y'all guys probably do, some of y'all don't. A lot of time when a woman has a bad attitude towards you, you're gonna go soft. Even if she trying to hide it. Sometimes if she doing it just to shut you up, yo wing dang doozy be knowing more than you do sometimes. You shut down. And shut down like he's saying, F her. Give me somebody else. It happens, man. But y'all wanna, he got erectile dysfunction. And them same dudes that y'all be saying got erectile dysfunction be practically having to pull it out of their belly button with somebody else. All the way up. Sir, we're ready for battle. But you know women, they want to move up. They want to call you short. They want to call you ugly. They want to call you broke. They want to say you got erectile dysfunction. They want to say when you break up with them, now you gay. You ain't never been gay in your whole life. But now that you don't want them, you gay. You ain't never did no indecent stuff to kids. But now you break up with them. Now all of a sudden these kids who were nothing more than around is coming with false accusations. Let me tell y'all guys, any kid that accuse y'all of something that you know you didn't do, file that defamation suit, defamation of character. Make them pay. Make these women pay when they lie. Make these kids pay when they lie. And if they mama put them up to it because you ain't want her no more, tell your lawyer to file individual suits against her and that kid. Take them for everything. Make them struggle through life so they'll learn how to stop lying. That's a commandment. You shall not bear false witness. When you lie on somebody, you bearing false witness. They think this is a game, man. People be thinking this is a game. This ain't no game, man. You dealing with people's lives. Man, don't you know if that man, let's say he live in a racist town. And even though he didn't do it, he go to prison. Them guys in there ain't gonna be trying to hear he ain't do it. You ain't gonna have no good fortune or no good luck. If he go to prison and them dudes trying to do stuff to him because you lied on him. Trying to beat him up, trying to shank him, trying to grape him because you lied. I hope don't nothing ever go good for you. I'm so tired of people lying on people, man. You dealing with people's lives. And then it's another thing people do. Every time somebody is dealing with mental issues, that don't mean somebody done did something to them. Sometimes it do, but a lot of times it don't, man. People just be fishing for stuff. That's why I would tell you guys, I'm gonna tell y'all, stay away from all these kids. Don't even go around, if you don't got no rapport with them, don't even go around the kids in your family. Just stay away from these kids. Then, what can they say? You, a ghost who look like you did something? See, when we mess up, we be around kids. Stay away from these kids. I ain't been around no kid. I ain't been around these kids. I've done a good job my whole life of staying away from these kids for that reason. I just stay away from them. Simple as that. And people used to be like, always trying to get me. Matter of fact, I told y'all about this. This is what I'm talking about. So, and I was just trying to be nice, but after that, I was done permanently. I said, man, whatever happened to these kids, it just happened, man. Ain't nobody finna try to make me somebody I'm not. One thing I'm not is no pedophile. Never have been, never will be. So I think I told y'all about this a couple times. This is when me and my wife first got married, and I was injured. That's when I was in the workplace fire. Now, I'm staying at home, everybody else gone. My father-in-law at work, my mother-in-law at work. I don't know where my wife was. She wasn't there. She wasn't there. She was somewhere. Who knows where she was at? Hopefully she wasn't doing nothing weird. But nobody was there. It was just me. And 2 houses down, one of her friends, their father lived there. And so he was married at the time. He ended up divorcing because this lady, she was a trip, y'all. And he finally saw it, and he got away from around her. Because I ain't going to get into their business, but she did some old evil stuff and was all in the church. That's why I don't believe in nobody's spirituality but my own until you prove yours to me. You don't got to prove nothing to me. But if you prove it to me, then I'll believe in yours. But until then, I done seen too much bad to believe in anybody's spirituality just blindly. So her daughter came home from school and was locked out. Nobody was there. So she knew that 2 houses down was people that know her people. So she came down there and rung the doorbell. I opened the door. She said, ain't nobody at my house. Blah, 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 blah. However she said it. I said, well, first I had her on the porch. Because at first, that was my first instinct. She on the porch. So then I thought about it. Like, what if somebody came and like snatched her? Right? That's what I'm thinking. So I came back to the door and told her, well, you can come in here and watch cartoons until your mother get here. I went back downstairs. She was up there watching cartoons in the living room. Her mother gets there and tries to pull one of them things like I did something wrong. I looked at her like I said, what you trying to say? I did say, I just thought it made sense for her to be in here where it's safe. I already didn't like the woman. But when she tried to pull that, things came out about her. She was one of them weirdo people, y'all. And it didn't surprise me because they always want to believe that about everybody. When people got mental issues, or when people like on some fruity duty or on some stuff that's against the Bible sexually, they want to believe that everybody is like that. So I'm like, I kind of smack my lips like I'm trying to help you. I already didn't like her, man. I never said another word to her again. Never. I used to see her. I wouldn't talk to her. Like, man, do you know how serious that is? You can't say that about somebody. You can't even assume that. If you go that route, you better be right. Because you playing with people's lives, man. And I'm the type of dude, If I went to jail for that, I'm going to be ready to throw down. I'm going to be ready to fight whoever. Because that's how I'm going to have to be. Because they're going to be acting like he really did that. No, I didn't. I never do nothing like that. Man, let me tell you something about me. I like it all grown up and all grown up looking. Some of y'all like that ball stuff. I don't even like that, man. I like that thing looking all grown up and smelling all grown up or not having the smell. That little kid stuff, that's y'all. You want her stuff. I mean, I'm not criticizing you, but I'm making a point. Y'all want her stuff to look like a little kid that ain't went through puberty yet. My women, we're going to have a talk about that. Hey, listen. First thing I would ask them is, why you so into that? Why you feel you got to do that? And I hope like heck, any dude she dealt with in the past, I hope he the total opposite of me. That he just despise any hair being on that thing, because that'll keep him from cheating sometimes too, y'all. If all of a sudden, if your woman know that you like it hairy, and all of a sudden she just done shaved all her hair off, that's the first thing you should wonder in your mind. She know what you like. Why would she do that? That's gonna make me wonder, yeah, you trying to prep it up for somebody else. With me, let me see how thick your patch can grow, baby. Look at this crazy. You can't do that. You can't cut somebody off and then try to turn at the last minute. No. So childish adults make assumptions because they can't articulate their beliefs. If you can't articulate your beliefs, you know what you're supposed to do after you watch some. And here's another thing. If y'all didn't watch the video, the majority of it, or in its entirety, and y'all want to come on there criticizing me, something wrong with you, for real. For real. Something is wrong with you. Because for you to try to criticize somebody in certain ways, you should at least know where they're coming from. How can you criticize me like that and not even know where I'm coming from? Yeah, but that's how people is though now. Some people is only grown up in years. There's people that's 38 that act like they 8. People that's 28 that act like they 9. People that's 45 that act like they 12. And this is what happens. This is what happens, y'all. Anyway, I got one more video to do. We're going to get back to Isaiah 4:1. We ain't did Isaiah 4:1 in a while. I might even do it first thing in the morning, because I ain't did it in a while. Isaiah 4:1. You hate that, don't you? Keep it real. Monogamy is for me. It's not how I'm going to deal with women. You dig? Comprende? Thanks for watching.